What if I told you the first words you whisper to yourself each morning decide who you become that day? Before the world starts shouting, there's a quiet moment, and in that silence, your power begins. Have you ever noticed that the first few seconds after you wake up can shape your entire day? That moment, before the world comes rushing in, is like a blank canvas. Yet most of us immediately grab our phones, scroll through notifications, and let other people's words set the tone for our morning. But what if, instead of absorbing noise, you spoke to yourself with intention? Imagine beginning each day with words that lift you, ground you, and remind you who you truly are. That small shift can change everything, from how you breathe, to how you meet challenges, to how you see yourself in the mirror. In Buddhism, the morning isn't just another start, it's a moment of rebirth. The Buddha often reminded his disciples, each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. When you awaken, you're not just opening your eyes, you're awakening your mind. You have the power to choose your first thought, your first emotion, your first energy of the day. Think about it. How do you usually begin? With gratitude or with worry? With presence or distraction? Every word you whisper to yourself in that fragile space between sleep and wakefulness is a seed. Plant anger or fear, and your day grows heavy. Plant peace and gratitude, and your day blossoms naturally. That's why mindful people, from monks in ancient temples to modern psychologists, agree on one truth. The conversation you have with yourself in the morning defines your state of mind. You become the words you repeat. So today I want to invite you to pause. Before touching your phone, before diving into tasks, just take one deep breath. Feel your heart beating, feel life moving through you, and then speak gently to yourself. This video will guide you through 5 simple affirmations inspired by Buddhist wisdom. 5 sentences that can help you start your morning with calm, confidence, and clarity. Because peace doesn't come from outside. It begins with the first words you choose to say to yourself. Before we begin, take a moment, breathe in deeply. Feel how each breath reminds you that you're alive. Here, now, in this moment. And as we move into the heart of today's video, we arrive at our first morning affirmation. I let go of yesterday's weight so I can walk lightly today. These words are simple, but within them lies an entire way of living. Most of us wake up still carrying what yesterday left behind. An argument, a regret, a disappointment we replay in our minds. We think holding on to it keeps us safe, but in truth, it only keeps us stuck. The Buddha once said, attachment is the root of suffering. And what is attachment if not the inability to set down what no longer serves us? Each morning gives us a quiet chance to begin again. As the first light touches your skin, life whispers, you are not your mistakes. You are not your pain. You are the awareness that can release them. So take a deep breath and imagine your worries dissolving with your exhale, like mist disappearing under the morning sun. Let every breath remind you, you are free to start again. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or denying what happened. It means you've learned, you've grown, and now you no longer need to carry the story. It means choosing peace over perfection. It means saying to yourself, I deserve to feel light. Visualize yourself walking through a quiet morning garden. Sunlight falling gently through the trees. With each step, something heavy leaves you. An old regret, a harsh word, a fear you once held close. And in that stillness, a soft truth emerges. Peace is not something you chase. It's what's left when you stop holding on. So today, as you begin your day, whisper these words again. I let go of yesterday's weight so I can walk lightly today. Let them echo through your heart like a prayer. Calm, steady, liberating. Because every new sunrise is not just another day. It's another chance to walk lighter, love deeper, and live more awake. Letting go brings lightness, but what fills that new space in your heart is gratitude. When you release the weight of yesterday, you create room for something beautiful. Appreciation for the simple gift of being alive. And so, as we continue into the next part of today's video, we arrive at the next affirmation. I am grateful for this new day. Each morning is not just another sunrise, it's an invitation. A quiet reminder from life that you've been given another chance to begin again. You may not notice it when your mind is busy, but think about it. Somewhere in the world, someone took their last breath last night. Yet here you are, breathing, feeling, seeing. That alone is a miracle worth bowing to. The Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little." Gratitude isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about recognizing that even in imperfection, there is grace. In the warmth of your blanket, in the rhythm of your breath, in the sunlight peeking through your window. Before you get out of bed, try this simple practice. Close your eyes, inhale slowly, exhale even slower. With each breath, silently whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for my body, my breath, and this chance to begin again." As you breathe in gratitude, notice how your heart softens. The noise of worry fades, replaced by a quiet sense of peace. Gratitude doesn't change what's around you. It changes how you see it. A simple morning of thankfulness can turn an ordinary day into something sacred. Think of a flower. It doesn't question why it blooms each morning. It simply opens to the sun. You too can start your day this way, not chasing what's missing, but opening to what is. Gratitude is the seed of joy. When planted each morning, it grows into calmness, patience, and love throughout your day. It's not a one-time feeling. It's a way of seeing life as a series of quiet blessings. So as the world rushes to check phones, emails, and to-do lists, pause for a moment longer. Place your hand on your heart and remind yourself, "I am grateful for this new day." Because gratitude doesn't just make you happier, it makes you present. And presence is where peace truly lives. Every sunrise is a whisper from the universe saying, "You are still here. You still have time to love, to learn, to be." So rise gently, breathe deeply, and begin your day not with worry, but with wonder. Gratitude turns every morning into a blessing, and every breath into a prayer of peace. After feeling the soft light of gratitude in your heart, let's continue our inner journey. Because peace doesn't come from what surrounds us, it grows from what's within us. And now we'll move on to the next part of today's reflection. I am calm and in control of my mind. Every day life throws us into waves of uncertainty. Traffic, deadlines, emotions, expectations. The mind, if left untamed, becomes like a wild river, turbulent, restless, always moving toward worry or regret. But when you learn to guide it, the same river becomes a reflection of the sky, still, clear, and full of light. The Buddha once said, "Rule your mind, or it will rule you." This teaching is timeless, because every moment of anxiety, every burst of anger, every spiral of overthinking begins not outside, but inside the mind. When we don't guide our thoughts, they begin to guide us, and they rarely lead to peace. So each morning, before the day begins to rush in, sit quietly, even if it's just for 1 minute. Let the world wait. Feel your breath come and go like a gentle tide. As you breathe in, say silently, "I am calm." As you breathe out, "I am in control of my mind." You don't have to force peace. You allow it. The more you resist your thoughts, the stronger they push back. But when you simply observe them, they pass like clouds. This is the heart of mindfulness. Awareness without judgment, presence without effort. Some days you might find your mind loud and heavy. That's okay. It's not about silencing your thoughts. It's about seeing them clearly. When you name them, this is anger, this is fear, this is worry, as they lose their power. They stop defining you. The calm mind is not an empty mind, it's a steady one. It allows you to listen deeply, speak kindly, and act wisely. It keeps you centered when everything else spins around you. When you make this affirmation a part of your mornings, "I am calm and in control of my mind," you begin to reshape your mental landscape. Stress loses its grip. Peace stops being a dream and becomes your daily companion. And perhaps one day, when life challenges you again, as it surely will, you'll notice something different. The same problems may appear, but your heart will not tremble the same way. Because calm isn't the absence of chaos, it's the ability to remain clear within it. This is mastery, not over the world, but over the self. Let this morning affirmation be your daily reminder. Your peace is your power, and your mind is your greatest ally. The world outside may roar, but within you, there is always a still point, the center of calm that no storm can touch. As we calm our minds and find balance within, something begins to shift. Our hearts become softer, more open. And from that place of calm awareness, compassion naturally arises. And now we'll move to the next part of today's reflection. I nurture compassion in every word and action. Kindness is not just what we do, it's the energy we carry into every interaction. It's the quiet choice to speak gently when we could be harsh, to understand when we could judge, to offer warmth instead of coldness. In Buddhist wisdom, this is metta, loving kindness, the heart's natural radiance when freed from fear and ego. Every morning when you set your intention to respond with compassion, you're choosing to change not only your day, but your inner world. Imagine beginning your morning like this. Before you step into your day, place your hand over your heart and say softly, "Today I nurture compassion in my thoughts, my words, and my actions." Feel that warmth spread through your chest, like sunlight melting the last traces of frost. When you step out into the world, challenges will come. People may misunderstand you, stress may arise, or moments of frustration may appear. But each time you have a sacred opportunity to return to compassion, to breathe, to pause, and to ask yourself, can I choose love in this moment? Often the answer is yes, and that simple yes changes everything. Remember, compassion isn't weakness, it's clarity. It's the courage to stay kind when it's easier to be cold. The Buddha once said, hatred never ceases by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal law. Think of compassion as a garden within you. Every kind thought is a seed. Every patient breath is a drop of water. And every gentle word is sunlight helping those seeds grow. The more you nurture this inner garden, the more beauty you bring to your surroundings. Try this today. Before leaving home, visualize one small act of kindness you can offer. Perhaps a smile, a calm word, a silent wish of peace for someone who's struggling. These may seem small, but they ripple outward farther than you can see. When you nurture compassion, you don't just transform how you treat others. You heal yourself. Because in every moment of genuine kindness, your heart remembers its true nature, peaceful, loving, free. After choosing to respond to life with kindness, something within us begins to soften. When we act from compassion instead of reaction, the heart opens. And in that quiet openness, we start to see the truth of life more clearly. And now we'll move to the next part of today's reflection. When I accept impermanence, I find peace. Everything in life is in motion. The morning sun rises and fades. Joy visits and departs. Even the people we love most are travelers through time. Buddhism calls this anicca, impermanence, the ever-changing nature of existence. At first, the idea of impermanence may sound unsettling. We often cling to what feels safe, our routines, our possessions, our relationships, because we fear loss. Yet if we look deeper, impermanence isn't a thief that takes things away. It's a teacher that reminds us to love what's here, now before it's gone. Imagine holding a blooming flower. You know it won't last forever, yet its beauty becomes even more precious because of that truth. Life is just like that flower, fragile, fleeting, and luminous in its shortness. So each morning remind yourself, everything changes, and that's okay. Take a deep breath. Notice the air entering your lungs, the rhythm of your heartbeat, the silence between sounds. All of it is temporary, and that's what makes it sacred. When we stop resisting change, we stop suffering. We no longer chase the past or fight the future. We simply are, present, aware, alive. There's profound peace in that awareness. Because peace doesn't come from controlling what happens. It comes from accepting that nothing can stay the same. So today, let impermanence be your gentle guide. When you face frustration, remember, this moment will pass. When joy fills your heart, smile deeper, because this too will pass. In the dance of change, you'll discover something timeless, the stillness of your own being. Let every sunrise remind you that nothing lasts forever, And that's precisely why everything is worth living for. Every morning before the world rushes in, there is a sacred moment, a space where your breath meets your awareness. That's where peace begins. These 5 affirmations may seem simple, yet their power lies not in words but in practice. When you repeat them each morning, you are not just speaking, you are planting seeds of peace within your mind. Day by day, they take root. They soften your reactions, open your heart, and remind you that you have the power to choose calmness, gratitude, and kindness, no matter what life brings. Imagine this. Every sunrise becomes a quiet ceremony. You breathe, affirm, and step into the day not with rush, but with presence. Over time, this practice transforms your mornings into sacred beginnings, moments that anchor you in awareness instead of anxiety. So here's my invitation for you. Practice these 5 affirmations every morning for the next 7 days. Just 7 days. Notice what shifts in your thoughts, your tone, your energy. You might realize that peace was never something to find. It was something to remember. And if this message touched your heart, I'd love for you to share one thing you're grateful for today in the comments below. Let's fill this space with gratitude, with kindness, with mindful voices rising together. Don't forget to subscribe, because in our next video, we'll explore how Buddhist wisdom can help you let go of control and flow effortlessly with life's changes. Until then, take a deep breath. Feel the stillness within you. May you walk through this day with a calm mind, a soft heart, and a spirit full of light. Peace begins now, right here in you.